Live here. We're live, folks. We are live. How's everyone doing? We're here. I was posting a video about this actually. I'll just play the video straight. Oh, bad here. All right. We got Nick Reiner updates. Folks. I apologize for the camera not being on. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what's going on with the camera. Hopefully you could hear me. Grayson report. Could you hear me? Grayson report. Did you get a notification? All right. Grayson reports in the background. Hello, everyone. We'll get you all the updates for the Nick Reiner case right now. Screw you, pop up. I got some information. I got details. I got the details, folks. Did you all get notified? And did you all? Wow, that's a terrible. Okay, so I'm trying to scramble here. I wasn't going to go live, but you know what? Popcorn Planet over there says they have a huge crowd. He's like, man, I don't want to waste this crowd. Let's go live. You know what I mean? So I'll check that out right now. As far as the design of this thing in the background goes, I mean, the thumbnail, man, I gotta do something about this thumbnail. It is pretty bad. How's everyone doing, folks? We got some updates. I will go through them with you. Stay put. Nick Reiner case, crazy stuff, very crazy stuff going on. Alan Jackson quits. His lawyer quits. He gets a new representative, a new representation, public representation, from what I understand. Is she good? Is this experts in the chat? Nick Reiner's high-profile attorney quits, right? Is that a good sign? What does it mean? Now, what does it really mean, folks? When the attorney quits, does that mean he thought he was going to lose and he quit? He didn't want to, he didn't want the smoke. He didn't want the fire. He didn't want the representing someone that's that's going to lose. He doesn't want to be on the losing end. You know what I mean? Were they not able to pay him? Is that what's going on? They didn't have enough money to pay him. So he quit. He said it's out of his circumstances. He can't do anything about it. He's gonna go ahead and get a public representation. Usually people think that's a downgrade. It's a little weird. I gotta be honest with you. It's a little weird. Is public representation a downgrade, or is it is it good? I don't know. I wouldn't want public representation because it has a bad stigma. Right? What do you guys think in the comments? That's what we want. We want to know. Okay, so we got let me get the thumbnail in here if it ever comes in. There you go. I'm changing the thumbnail, folks. Make sure to subscribe. Did you all get notified? Let me know in the comments. We're gonna get into this big time. This is gonna be a huge, a massive live. Okay, this is gonna be a massive live here, and you guys are gonna be here, and you guys are gonna educate me on the court case. I'm gonna speak my mind. You're gonna speak your mind. We got other things going on as well. Tragedy strikes over there in Minnesota. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. Someone was ended, and I'm not cool with that. Someone was ended, and I'm not cool with that. I don't like that at all. And if I tweeted out, if you are happy with what happened, you are a piece of garbage. I'm sorry. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. If you are happy with what happened, you are garbage, folks. Okay. There's no other way to do it. Hit that one if you guys got notified. All right, let's get this as we wait. I'll do a pre-analysis here of what's going on with the case. Here we're supposed to get rated. It looks like there's like 5,000 million people going to come in. Yeah, we got a lot of people coming in.
You are effing criminals, someone in that video screams. Yeah, they are. They are criminals. They are mob bosses.
Yeah, there we go. Absolutely, 100%. Okay, so Nick Reiner smirks in court as he's dropped by high-profile powered lawyer Alan Jackson, who says he had no choice. What does that exactly mean? What does that exactly mean? How did you not have a choice? People are going to be talking. They are already. Let's check out TMZ real quick. Okay. So we got that Minnesota thing. That's fucking bullshit, man. Not your logo, okay? All right, Los Angeles County District Attorney Nathan Hochman says prosecutors are confident a jury will find Nick Reiner guilty of ending his parents, no matter who is the defense lawyer. All right, do you guys believe that? That's Nathan Hochman. All right, Nathan Hochman is saying that. He is the DA of LA, very much really, really outspoken guy, regardless of what you think. He did the Menendez. He was like really anti Menendez brothers being released, folks. You think it's all smoke? All right, he was anti the Menendez brothers being released. I don't know. I think people were hyped about the Menendez brothers thing because they basically they watched the Netflix documentary and stuff, and they got influenced by that. But that's 100% my opinion. That's just my opinion. Okay. The other thing right before that, Alan Jackson held a brief press conference where I was looking for it. I couldn't find it worth it. I couldn't find it anywhere, man. Where he said, there's one thing everyone can take to the bank. All right. There's one thing everyone could take to the bank. Nick Reiner is not guilty of murder. All right. So huge contradiction. Nathan Hochman, the DA, confident of guilt. That's what I'm reading here. The lawyer, former lawyer, saying he doesn't think he's guilty. Is that his duty? Is that the lawyer's duty? Well, the former lawyer now. Imagine if he left. Well, dude, he can't leave. He can't leave and say, oh, I think he's guilty. That's why I left. Right? That would be weird. He wouldn't get hired again. I think defense lawyers, they're down with their person no matter what, right? They'll go, they're going to defend, regardless of how it looks. I mean, that's their job. All right. That's their job. That's a defense. Hold on. Let me see right here on the X. All right. There we go. Overzealous. What does that mean? That's a big word. Overzealous. Kind of get it in the context. Overzealous. What is it? Showing too much energy, enthusiasm in pursuit of a case objective? Well, I don't know. Is that what I don't get it. What does that mean, overzealous? What do you mean here in this case? I think it's all smoke. Okay, so, and furthermore, Jackson said the circumstances under which he had to withdraw from the case were beyond Nick's control. And people are analyzing that. Why? Why were they beyond Nick's control? What could that be exactly? You guys tell me in the chat. Is it a money issue? Is he low on money? Did he have money before? TMZ broke the story. TMZ is always breaking the story. Folks, you can email me and I'll break the story for you. TMZ broke the story. Nick was diagnosed with schizophrenia. No, schizoaffective disorder. Am I reading that right? Schizoaffective disorder. Is that how you read it? Let me know in the comments. Did I pronounce it correctly? Schizoaffective disorder. Did I do it right? And he was issued. Wait. He was issued. Okay. Nick was diagnosed with schizophrenia disorder, and there are issues regarding his meds that could have led or can lead to a plea of not guilty by reason of insanity. That's right. So Nick was diagnosed with schizoaffective disorder, according to TMZ here. I don't know if I read that right. And he could actually plead not guilty. I got it right. All right, cool. I read something right finally. All right. Sounds great. Now I'm kind of reading these backwards. If you were here earlier, you're getting the last information first, the last update first, which is Nathan Hochman, the DA. His statement was at 10:43, and then it's going backwards. That's responding to the other actions, the other things. So we're going back. Bear with me, folks. Bear with me, man. What's up, Shelly? Bear with me. We're going to go over this again. My take, your take is what's important. Stuff. We're getting a Popcorn Planet raid. Thank you very much. The homeboy and homegirl over there at Popcorn Planet. All right. Hit that one. If you're coming from Popcorn Planet right now, hit that one. Hit those popcorns. Hashtag Andy Signor over there at Popcorn Planet right now. Hashtag Andy Signor at Popcorn Planet right now. If you're coming from there, I really appreciate you. Hashtag Andy Signor. All right. Hashtag in the chat there. Thanks for the raids, folks. We're going to be updating you. I'm giving you the updates. I know they did a good job updating the Nick Reiner thing. Should I start from the beginning? Hit that too if you want me to start from the beginning, since we have more people here. All right. I'll start from the beginning if you want. All right. I'll start from the beginning if you like. Thank you for following, folks. We have a lot of new videos, by the way, up on Nerd Report that need some love. Need some love. Also, big shout out. Grayson Report's birthday's coming. All right. Grayson Report's birthday's coming. I want to take her out to dinner. So any donation today goes out to the Grayson Report Fund for dinner today. She eats a lot. She's skinny, but she eats a lot. All right. That's all I'm saying. Skinny people usually do eat more than fat people. It's crazy. All right. Once again, hashtag Andy Signor in the chat. Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in, all Raiders. All right. Mods, please share the PayPal link for support. PayPal is the best way to donate here to support the channel. She will be, Grayson Report, Lisa will be having a live stream over there at Grayson Report. All right. All right, let's continue. I'm going to do this from the beginning, folks. I want to know your opinion. I want to know your opinion on the case and everything. Once again, thanks, Raiders. We've been covering this and other things. Nerd Report, we've been covering the Venezuela drama. We've been covering the Nick Reiner drama. Rob Reiner, Michelle Reiner, no longer with us. Also today, we did cover the tragedy over there with ICE in Minnesota. We will be covering that. Very sad situation. We have the right to protest no matter what and stuff. And listen, I'm going to keep investigating before I share an opinion. But from the videos, I'm not either way. You can't be happy with that. That's all I'm going to say right now. and stuff, but subscribe and everything. I'm trying to be, I try to be fair here. If you're new to the channel, and being fair and having an opinion pisses people off to make other people happy. All right. But if you want me to be real, hashtag be real in the comments. All right. That's what I want. Nick Reiner right now is the main topic. Rob Reiner, Michelle Reiner, no longer with us. Iconic figures. Rob Reiner, especially, iconic figure, All in the Family. It's not exactly my generation, but I grew up watching it. The reruns. I love that show. It was so dumb, so good. Then all the movies he filmed. Then he's no longer with us. Okay, that's normal. Part of life is death. But the circumstances here are ridiculous, man. They're tragic. And then we've been reporting, too, that a lot of Hollywood celebrities, there's a lot of problems. They're not, especially with their siblings. Not just Nick Reiner, but we got, we heard Tommy Lee Jones. Well, we heard about that guy from, what's the guy? Hashtag be real. There you go. The guy, Tyler Chase, homeless, substance abuse problems. A lot of parallels to Nick Reiner. I got to be honest with you. A lot of parallels. This is not isolated, folks. What's going on? What's going on here? Normalization of drug use is not cool, man. Okay, I will say that. Normalization of drug use, I don't know, man. Not a cool thing. Anyways, I dropped the PayPal link in the comments. Let's move on to this. Again, your opinions are super important. The big bombshell, in my opinion, today with the case is Alan Jackson says Nick Reiner is not guilty of ending, but he says it as he exits. He exits the case. All right. And now that you're here, I'm going to read it from the beginning because we have an update. So this is at 9:52. Nick Reiner's attorney is now public defendant Kimberly Green. I don't know much about Kimberly Green, but to go from there's Kimberly right there. There's a picture of her. All right. Looks like a nice lady. I don't know. But again, I want your opinion. Do you think this is a downgrade? Would you be panicking if you had a public? Would you be panicking if you had a public attorney? Let me know in the comments. All right. I would. Is this a good thing? Does anyone have any experience with Kimberly Green here? Here's another one. The next update after that. A spokesperson for the Reiner family released a statement on Reiner's change of legal representation, saying they have the utmost trust in the legal process and will not comment further on matters related to the legal process. So the family has no comment on the entire thing. Yeah, can we get the likes up? What's going on? Only 37 likes? What's up here, man? Y'all lazy. You're lazy, man. So the spokesperson for the Reiner's Reiner family says they have the utmost trust in the legal process and they will not comment any further. All right. They're taking the high road, by the way. That's the way to go sometimes. Next update. Actually, before I get to that, Shelley says that public defendants can do well. So she's confident a public defendant can be a good representation. By the way, hearts in the chat for Shelley for sending in the very generous PayPal donation. to keep the lights on here on Nerd Report, and for the funds for dinner. All right. Hearts for Shelly in the comments. Thank you very much, Shelly. Hearts for Shelly. Always here, always representing, always supporting. W for Shelly. There you go. With that, I'm also going to drop a super chat goal. One super chat to buy me coffee. Buy coffee. All right. Did I spell coffee right? Kofi. All right. So I'm going to drop that. Give me 1 second. I'm going to do one. Who's going to be the first super chat here? All right. Let me see. Let me see if we can make it. All right. There you go. And I'll continue. There you go. All right. The goal is started. One super chat for the coffee. He's going to do it. All right. There you go. On to things. All right. So now we get into Alan Jackson's not guilty no matter what. All right. So as he's exiting, he's holding a press conference and he's saying Nick Reiner is not guilty of ending. All right. What does that mean? Does he believe it? Because people are thinking he left because maybe one of the reasons is because the case is kind of lost. There's too much evidence against Nick, maybe. I don't know. Or maybe the family can't pay. What side are you on? What do you think? Do you think not the family, but do you think Nick Reiner cannot afford Alan? Do you think Nick Reiner cannot afford Allen? What do you guys think? Also, hashtag. Well, you know what? Not hashtag. Let me know if you think having a public attorney, would you rather have a paid attorney or a public attorney? In the comments. Because Shelly says public defenders can do well. All right. I believe everything Shelly says too. Other update. Nick Hockman, who's very outspoken. Some people don't like that. Some people do. Says that he's confident it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the jury or who's the defendant. A jury will find him guilty, he thinks. All right. Prosecutors are confident. The prosecutors are confident the jury will find Nick guilty of ending his parents, no matter who is the defense lawyer. Not necessarily Nick's opinion here, but he's presenting it like it can be, like it is. Yeah, exactly. That's what I did read. Another attorney might as well. I mean, it's like a placeholder right now. Kimberly Green is a placeholder for, well, I mean, she could stay in place or she could bye-bye, right? Right? So let's look at Kimberly Green. Let's look at her. All right, hold on. Let me see if there's any information I can find about her. Who is Kimberly Green? Attorney. Attorney Kimberly Green. So let's see. I'm gonna read out to you what I find about her, and I don't know if it's true or not, but I'm just gonna read it out anyways. So take everything with a grain of salt. Okay, so here are the facts. Well, maybe, I don't know. All right. Kimberly Lynn Green, Los Angeles public defender. She is licensed attorney. She's a licensed attorney. Worked as a criminal defense lawyer with the Los Angeles County offices, representing people who cannot afford counsel. All right. She works with people who cannot afford it. And that's one of the things people were like, dude, that's kind of weird that this dude could afford Alan Jackson when he was homeless a few weeks ago, right? Her practice involves defending clients in criminal matters in Los Angeles. Specific case details are not publicly highlighted. Okay, so we don't know if there's like a big thing she was at, like a big case. She has over 25 years now. Some people say 20. Well, this thing says she has over 25 years of experience serving service in the community and housing related roles in Georgia. Oh, okay. So they're combining her experience with stuff she did in Georgia. Well, at least according to this. This is weird, man. I don't even know if this is real. A longtime attorney in Louisville, Kentucky, focusing on employment and related law. So she's from Kentucky? Licensed in Kentucky since 1980? Why does she look so young? I'm scared now. I'm scared. He couldn't get money from his parents due to the Slayer stature. I heard there's a rumor of a trust for the children, for the kids. Yeah, the Slayer stature. That means that if you purposely ended someone, you do not reap the benefits of that person or people or whatever you ended, which makes sense. But how the hell are you innocent until proven guilty? Well, I mean, they cannot. I guess they can't forward you the money. You know, like there's still a process with a will and everything. So yeah, that's the Slayer stature, which is normal. I mean, it makes sense. You're not going to end someone, but this is also, from what I read, there's two situations. It's like if they found out, if they somehow, there's a scenario here where Nick Reiner, if it's not his fault that his parents were ended, he could still inherit their money. And not his fault. Could it be insanity? You know what I mean? Could it be an insanity thing? There's no trust for the kids. Is that official? So, there's no trust for the kids. Were they in the will? The kids were not left with anything. Is that official? Do we know that for a fact? Yeah, if he's not guilty by reason of insanity, it's going to be impossible. Yeah, that's what but man, there was, I reported on that. None of you showed up when I reported on it. I like complaining. By the way, I like complaining about views. That's just part of Nerd Report. All right. Hashtag more views in the comments. All right. I don't care. Speaking of views, holy cow. Thanks everybody for the new support on the channel. Thousands and thousands of views. I don't know where they came from all of a sudden this past few days. I don't care. I'm just glad you all are here. And if you're new to the channel, hit that one. If this is your first live, hit that one. And check out the other content after, because it is off the hook, man. Like 10,000 views minimum on most of my videos. I don't know what happened, but I'm not going to ask any questions. All right. Thank you, YouTube. All right. Hit that one if you're new. Welcome to everyone who hits that one community. Please welcome them. All right. Yeah. The 58 likes only is criminal. I don't know why no one likes this. Like the video, man. Like the 61 likes. That's pathetic. Mods, everybody. Yeah, I complained. I complained so much that the YouTube gods started sending me fake views. They started sending me bots. Right? Hey, everyone who presses that one community, I see Dark Fiery. Please do me a solid. Welcome them in. Patrick Flint, welcome them in. Saber Sammy, welcome in. Yeah, welcome in, everybody. That's Shelly. Introduce yourself, Shelly. So before we go to, I'm gonna keep looking for this, but what do you all think? What do you all think of today's turn of events with Alan Jackson? What do you think? I take everything that lawyers say with a grain of salt. I don't necessarily believe everything they say. They're very good liars. Although I don't know if he's lying here. Full disclaimer. Let's just say they're good truth benders. You know, they're very good truth benders. So just because he says, "Oh, I don't think Nick I don't think Nick is guilty or whatever," it doesn't. I don't know. You know. All right. Oh my gosh. I'm looking at that horrible video and stuff, and you know the horrible video in Minnesota. I mean, look, it's gonna go that video in Minnesota. Viewer discretion is advised. If you're celebrating anyone ending, you're a piece of shit. That's my official take. But again, I don't know what happened on the ground. It needs to be analyzed. But I am not, and this is going to piss off people. I'm not a blind police supporter. Like I've seen them make a lot of stupid mistakes and a lot of evil lazy things going on, and especially with LAPD. So that's my thing right here. Welcome in all first timers. So there we go. All right, let's turn to this real quick, and then I don't know what to tell you. All right, I put in a super chat goal. Did anybody gonna send in a super chat for coffee? Hit that one. I mean, hit the super chat thing or a super sticker, whatever. I don't care anymore. All I know is that we have a lot of views now. Thank you. Minnesota, Minneapolis. Sorry, not Minnesota. Yeah, I don't like the situation, man. It's I reported on this a little bit. This is a bad situation over there. You guys can watch the video. I'm not gonna play it here. I don't know. Shelly, you already did the PayPal though. Thank you, Shelly. Hearts for you. Hearts for you, Shelly, with the super chat. Thank you, Shelly. Seriously. So yeah, this ICE agent thing is just sad. All right. Not a fan of that. Not a fan of that. Yeah, look at the way the media is, right? So it goes from somebody's tragic ending here too, to let's see if Bill Hader's still dating his girlfriend. That's so weird to me, right? It goes from, oh, this person got ended, that person, this case, that case, atrocities everywhere. To is Bill Hader and Ali Wong, are they officially through? Right? Are they officially through? Shelly, you could say cops too for me. I got to be honest with you. But then again, I'm in California. And no, I don't call them when I'm in trouble because I don't know if I'm going to get a good one. Refresh your wardrobe. Yeah, Bill Hader's cool, but look at the way the news is distributed, right? What does that say? Like, because the news outlets are showing us, well, not necessarily you. I'm talking to, but it's they represent the viewers. So when we complain about the press, really um they're just showing what gets some views. So it's really the public that wants to hear someone got ended, someone got ended, and then someone else got ended. Let's go through the trial. And then, oh, by the way, who is Bill Hader dating? Isn't that a weird combo? And then refresh your wardrobe. So okay, so main story: someone got ended in Portland, and then scroll down, refresh your wardrobe. Who else finds that weird? Here's another tragic one. He's got Parkinson's. So Parkinson's, but your wardrobe and who's dating. Like that's such a weird combo, man. Okay, so this guy may, I don't know. It says he may have Parkinson's. Wow, okay, that's awful, right? But the next story, whose bikini is this? Who's in the bikini? Right? And then Sydney Sweeney again. And then, oh my God, Chloe, more Kardashians. Jesus Christ. Well, here's something important. This is like, look, this is probably a really important part of today's live. What Justin Baldoni thinks. Everyone wants to know. All right, Justin Baldoni, the savior for all womankind that are morbidly obese. Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively set me up. All right, I don't know, the whatever people think so. I'm not saying he's wrong. I don't like Blake Lively either. All right. Justin Baldoni. Maybe I should clip this and record it. What do you guys think? Nah. Would you guys watch it? I don't know. Bill Hader's great. I do know that. No, I like him. I like him. All right, Justin Baldoni back in the news, ladies and gentlemen, just like you always wanted. All right, Justin Baldoni claims Blake Lively was setting him up for a trap. There you go. During the filming of a SEX scene in the film, It Ends With Us, according to a private message unveiled in a new court document, the papers obtained by TMZ, no other, the best in the world, contain the correspondence Baldoni allegedly sent to his former agent, Danny Greenberg, venting about working with Lively. Oh, God. Hey, man, this is what I'm reading here. Hey, man, had a really, really bad week. She had the audacity to email me directly and invite me to meet up in her house alone if I chose. What? She invited him? Is that what I'm reading here? She had the audacity to email me direct and invite me to meet at her house alone if I chose. Does Ryan know about this? Does Ryan Reynolds know about this? She refused a body double, which now Sony and Todd have to jump in to make sure that happens because that's just setting me up for a trap. Although she's making me have one, I don't get what that is. I know AJ did drop Nick. We report on that. She rejected all my storyboards for the S scenes, and so he has to get involved because she's trying to keep all of both of our clothes on for a big love scene, which is just ridiculous. If you know the book, okay, so I guess the S scenes had to be nude. He wanted to, she wanted all the clothes on. That's what I'm getting out of here. The whole thing is just a gigantic cluster F. It's a cluster F, and yet I'm doing my best to stay positive, although it's been very draining on me and time consuming over the break to be dealing with an actress who is rewriting and the writer and director. I've gone through the whole script. I'm giving her 95% of what she wants for peace, but this is just a brutal experience. He's giving, according to this email, oh shit, I could have just, he's giving her 95% of what she wants. I've gone through the whole script. I'm giving her 95% of what she wants for peace, but this is just a brutal experience. Dude, here's the problem, Justin Baldoni, man to man, all right? From a man, me, who has masculinity, all right? You talk so much about toxic masculinity, which is a bullshit term, but you got rid of all of it. You have to stand up for yourself, dude. When you're being wronged, when you're being taken advantage of, when your family, from what you're saying, Blake was taking money away from your family. You took time away from your family that will never come back to make a living, to make money here so you could bring it back to your family and have a better living for your family and provide for your kids, which is an honorable thing, right? But you let a random mid-whack horrible actress bully you. He doesn't call it toxic masculinity. Well, let's see. I don't know. Let's see. Justin Baldoni, toxic masculine. All right. Did he ever use the word? Justin Baldoni addresses toxic masculinity by advocating for a healthier, more vulnerable definition of manhood. Beyond, okay, so Justin Baldoni addresses toxic masculinity by advocating for a healthier, more vulnerable definition of manhood, moving beyond restrictive stereotypes like man up. No, dude, hey, Justin Baldoni, you know what? Man up, you dumbass. He should have manned up. He literally said, man up. Here's the problem. He's giving her everything. She's a mediocre actor. He should have said no. He says no. What is she going to do? Come out to the public and say, I wanted to dominate a script? Look, here guys, here's a little secret. Here's a little secret. Two things. Justin Baldoni's a pussy. All right. he needed to man up here. He's talking about not manning up. He needed to man up. Grow some fucking balls, dude. All right. And here's another little secret. With my little experience in Hollywood, one of the first things you know is that the actor is a tool. It's not the actor's not the fucking director. The actors do not say shit. All right. Even some producers are just tools too. All right. Justin Baldoni, from what I understand, owned the rights to this film. He bought the rights, right? He's directing it. He is the leader. He is the leader. So what is he going to say? Oh, she had a meeting with me. I want to change this and that. And I told her no. So she went public with it. What is she going to do? Go public and say she wanted to take over a project that she's not the leader in? Yeah, fire her ass. But you know what, Shelly, you need masculinity to do that. And this guy has none. He needed a man up. All right. Man up, you. Justin Baldoni needed to man up. Yet he preaches about restrictive stereotypes like manning up. Well, dude, I'm glad you and your man bun did that so it could show other people what happens when you don't man up. See, the thing is, society is confusing assholes with standing up for yourself. Standing up for yourself is different than being an asshole. There are assholes that are men, 100%. Okay? There are assholes that are men. All right? There's no doubt of that. But that has nothing to do with masculinity. Just like Blake Lively is an asshole, it doesn't have anything to do with femininity. If Blake Lively is an asshole, you don't see people going, oh, toxic femininity. You just hear people saying Blake Lively is an asshole. Justin Baldoni is a moron. He thinks people are going to look at him and go, oh, puppy. Oh, woo, you're so cute. Oh, look at. You know what I mean? He needed a man up, man. He needed a man up. He gave her 95% of the fucking script, bro. I don't know. This does not. Okay. I don't even know if this makes him look good. I don't. Justin Baldoni, she set me up. I don't even know if this makes him look good. Would you hire him to direct your movie? Would you hire him to direct your? If you're a producer, would you invest in this guy? I wouldn't. I don't get why I bodied them. I don't get it either, man. I don't get it. But this is my thing. I've gone through the whole script. I'm giving her 95% of what she wanted. 95% of what she wants for peace. So he wants peace on the set. So he gave her 95%. Why is he giving her 95%, bro? This guy is not a leader, man. This guy needed a man up. And that's probably going to be my next video. Just to piss off people with the truth. All right? Just to piss off. He should have known the director and producer has final say. And that's what he was here. I'm starting not to feel sorry for him. You know what I mean? Going out there preaching toxic masculinity bullshit or end stereotypes just to sell a book. I don't even know. Did he really believe this shit? Justin Baldoni addresses toxic masculinity by advocating for a healthier and more vulnerable definition of manhood. Yeah, more vulnerable, right? They fucking stole the movie from you. or they tried to, right? All while accusing you of things you allegedly say you didn't do, right? Moving beyond the restrictive stereotypes like man up. No, bro, here's a stereotype. Man up. Trust me, that stereotype does not fall on you, man. Because you pretty much man down. Moving beyond restrictive stereotypes. Yeah, manning up is so restrictive that look at you now. It restricted you from attending your own premiere. You idiot. You idiot. Self-reflection. Okay. Dude, reflect on manning up. And connection. See, the way he says it, like moving on from stereotypes, like he's beyond the stereotype of manning up. Bro, no one's beyond that stereotype. You should have had it. It's been working for fucking how many years have humans been on Earth? That's going to be his downfall. He lets her have too much control and she's going to use it as he loved what I was doing. He was. I mean, you know, I said, look, I'm going to say it if I'm wrong. I think Blake Lively wins this easy. But no one's going to remember I said that. People actually left my channel because I said that. I'm only going to tell you what I think. I could be wrong. But this guy's just pathetic, bro. This is the kind of person you go, oh man, I feel bad for this guy. But not because, you know. In the credits of the movie, it says she directed it. By the way, it ends. Hold on. By the way, I was cleaning my entertainment center and I found the movie. I can't believe I had the Blu-ray. That means Sony sent me the Blu-ray. Isn't that weird? But I wasn't paying attention because, you know, it wasn't news back then. I don't know why I can't type. What the hell's wrong with my... Okay, it ends with us. Let's see. Credits for the movie. All right, let's see. It says directed by Justin Baldoni right here on IMDb. So on IMDb, it says directed by Justin Baldoni, written by Christy Hall and Colleen Hoover, stars Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni, Jenny Slate. At least that's what they're saying. Why am I saying watch it? For what did I do? What did I do, Wendy? Once again, hey man, I had a really bad week. Let me read it in Justin Baldoni voice. Oh man. Hey man, I had a really bad week. She had the audacity to email directly and invite me to meet her at her house alone if I chose. She refused a body double, which now Sony and Todd have to jump in to make sure that happens because that's just setting me up for a trap. Although she's making me have one. Hold on, my vagina's leaking. I added that, by the way. It's not a direct quote. She rejected all my storyboards for the sex scene. So he has to get involved because she's trying to keep all of both of our clothes on for a big love scene, which is just ridiculous if you know the book. The whole thing is a gigantic clusterfuck. And yet I'm doing my best to stay positive, although it's been very draining on me and time consuming over this break to be dealing with an actress who is rewriting the writer and director. Wait, I thought you were the director. What the hell, man? Okay, continued. I've gone through the whole script. I'm giving her 95% of what she wants for peace. But this is just a brutal experience. Wah! 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 End quote. All right. Well, here's an idea, dude. Your next seminars, man up, and use the masculine stereotype where you stand up for your rights. Use the masculine stereotype, which is also a straight, which is also a characteristic in femininity, is to stand up for your rights. All right. Can you do me that? That's the advice. All right. Stand up for your rights. Use the manly stereotypes, the masculine stereotypes, which include standing up for your rights, standing up for your family, standing up for what you believe, and standing up for all the work you did. That being said, it doesn't mean I'm pro Blake Lively. It just means like, bro, she probably did try to take advantage of you, but the problem is I don't know if what you preached you actually believed, but you had no fucking backbone, bro. It looks like. All right. Look at him. Look at him. It ends with a star. Justin Baldoni breaks down toxic masculinity. All right. He broke it down, dude. And so did I. There's no such thing as toxic masculinity. There's just assholes. And pushovers like you. I love what we're doing through Man Enough. Okay, that's a question. What does this say? Let's see what this is. Justin Baldoni says here, this is a pure vow. I think that as men, so he's speaking for me. You're not like me, dude. Okay. I think that as men, we are taught from an early age that vulnerability is weakness. Okay. Well, it does show that you're pretty weak, dude. Showing that vulnerability, pretty weak there. You're getting, what are you getting sued? That's weak, bro. That's pretty weak. That's why men teach other men to kind of, you don't have to, listen, here's a news flash. You don't have to show everybody your weaknesses to show how awesome you are. All right. I think as a man, we're taught from an early age that vulnerability is weakness. Yeah. Most real men teach their kids that because it's true. Vulnerability is used against us. What is it? Vulnerability is used against us all the time. Blake did it. And so we're shamed when we are vulnerable. Well, yeah, I'm shaming you, dude, because you're ridiculous. All right. As Bell Hooks says, we committed that first act of violence, not against women, but against ourselves. He called it the soul murder. Man, he's so poetic. Yeah, I can't read this much. What is? Yes, I do apologize. Vaginas are much tougher than Justin Baldoni. That is that. You know what? That is the quote of the day. But remember, this guy is. I'm arguing like him. All right. I'm using his argument. Yet he's getting attacked by a woman, allegedly here, and he will not dare to hold a seminar calling femininity toxic. He won't do that, right? When from everything he's claiming, Lively's toxic, right? Shout out to vaginas out there. All right. Hit that one if you if you agree with the shout out. All right. Now, don't he hasn't said a bad word about Blake? Oh, he should. He should have. That's the problem. That Michelle, that's not a good thing, man. He should. He should have right here. When she was demanding for shit, rewriting, he should have said, listen, I appreciate your input, but that's not the direction we're going. We're directing that way. And guess what? She should know that because she's not a A-class director. I mean, A-class actor. All actors know that they're supposed to take direction from the director. That's just law, okay? Even if the actor, usually actors are way better known than directors. They have to take direction. And you know who else knows that? Justin Baldoni. Because Justin Baldoni is an actor who's worked with directors, and he should know very well that he does not overwrite a director's direction. No, I hate you, Michelle. I hate you. Just kidding. No, I know, Michelle. I know, Lewis. I'm what I'm saying though. I didn't say you were disagreeing with me. I'm just saying if he hasn't said a bad thing about Blake, he should have. He should have put his foot down. I mean, he's emailing this guy right here. Tell her, what is this guy going to do? He's emailing his agent. What is he going to do? Email her agent. Okay, am I wrong? Email her agent. Complain to her people. He's behind. They don't even, but that religion, from what I read, doesn't allow women in power. They don't give women high positions, so it's pretty toxic there. Right? So if this is true about the Baha'i or whatever, all right. So he's actually making seminars about how women are equal and this and that, and he joined a group that allegedly doesn't give high rank positions to women. You know what I mean? And honestly, if you're part of a group that's justifying being, I mean, what is this group? It lets you get ripped off. Like if you So how does the Baha'i deal with if you're getting robbed? All right, let's see. Let's see right here. Does the good. All right, we're looking at the Baha'is. All right, here it says, according to Google, no, the Baha'i faith does not give. Wait, hold on. Hold on a second. What the hell? Got it wrong. I'm a mess right now. Oh, well, it does. Baha'i faith promotes high positions for women, emphasizing spiritual. Okay. Well, I stand corrected. This is why I need a co-host, man, to talk while I'm researching shit. That's why I need a co-host. All right. Well, hey, look, they say now you're right. They do. The Baha'i faith emphasizes equality. That's good. Equality of women and men as a core spiritual, social, and practical. That is great, man. That is great. But Blake Lively taking over your movie, that's not equality, dude. That's not equality. You're giving 95%. Anyways, that's what I think. Back to okay. Let's recap. Let's recap, folks. You'll be my co-host. Let's recap this shit, man, real quick. All right. Where did I go for the okay? All right. The recap goes like this. All right. This is for the Rob Reiner case with defendant Nick Reiner. Nick Reiner's attorney, Alan Jackson, has withdrawn from the case during the arraignment today. Nick Reiner now is represented by public defendant Kimberly Green, who has 19 years experience. The judge did approve the legal representation. The new arraignment date is set for February 23rd. Nick Reiner is currently in jail with no bail, sorry. And also keep in mind, it was reported he was moved from an area where they look over people who want to end themselves. He was moved to a regular area where he's not looked at, so strictly. Nick actually is quoted as acknowledging the change by saying, yeah, I agree to that, when he was told he's going to have a new representative. Alan Jackson did make a statement. He claims that Nick Reiner is not guilty of ending. Jackson also added that the circumstances are beyond Nick's control. What does that mean? What does that mean? Beyond Nick's control. LA County DA Nathan Hochman, who is very outspoken, says that it's going to be hard for a jury to find Nick not guilty. All right, pretty much. Nick Reiner has been diagnosed with schizophrenic disorder. Nick Reiner has been diagnosed with schizophrenic disorder. So he may plead not guilty by reason of insanity. That according to the world famous TMZ. All right, guys, I'm gonna take it to the chat. I'm gonna bring it to the chat. It's been an hour. I'm tired. All right, I'm tired. You think it's money, Astrid? What is your opinion? Let me know in the comments right now. Give me your opinion. Let me give me your opinion before I end this. This feed. This case is so crazy. I agree. It's gonna be long. People reported him on the verge of tears. Who, Nick? Yeah, Michelle says, "Thank you. Have a great day, everyone." I think you all need to listen to her. I do have one more task. Are you guys ready for it? Do I have your attention? Do I have your attention, please? Hit that one. Hit that one, folks. All right, I need everybody to go to this video. Check out, let me see, check out this video. Check out this video right here. There's a link. Oh, what do you mean? You posted the Telegram chat? I posted in Oh, you did? Okay, hold on a second. Actually, we should promote that a little more. We should promote that a little more. God dang it. Okay. So this is courtesy of Michelle in the chat, all right? Nick Reiner. Holy cow, man. These pop-ups. Nick Reiner with a newly shaved head on the verge of tears as he appears for arraignment over parents ending. I don't care if he no, I care about the link, not I don't care if he's in tears. I don't care if he's in tears. You know, now he's gonna cry. Are we supposed to feel sorry for him because he's in tears? Or did he so he has a shaved head now as he faces 2 counts of ending, you know. His attorney has withdrawn. That's part of the report. But, you know, I'd be in tears too with you had a I wonder if the detox kicked in. Has it been, how long has it been since the arrest? It's been like a month. He should be detoxed by now, right? I don't know how that works. Knock on wood. So yeah, man. Crimea River. The guy's in tears. All right. His parent, 2 weeks. Is that enough for detox? All right. So as I said, I have a video that needs some love. I'm dropping the link in the comments. Head over there. Leave a comment. Leave a comment. Watch the video for 10 seconds. right there. And I will talk to you later. Nerd out.